Mr. Lewis Ng, if we can take your three cards together.
Sir, current rehabilitation programs target the needs of ex-offenders in criminal thinking, employment, and family support. While the public support is important during reintegration, the ex-offender himself must be motivated to change. Inmates are the most disoriented, vulnerable, and susceptible to influences at the initial incarceration phase. This would be the opportune time to render positive and aspirational elements, such as talks or programs by successful ex-offenders who can be role models for inmates during this initial phase. This would be a more powerful source of influence compared to the council of case workers, who may be seen clinical and unrelatable. This would counter negative influences from fellow inmates discussing past escapades as well. Can the ministry consider including more programs featuring ex-offenders and imparting life-changing strategies at this initial stage, especially during the initial 2 to 3 months, when inmates are most motivated to change and commitments are more sustainable? Next, I recently had coffee with ex-offenders, and the stories they shared with me were heartening and inspiring. They made mistakes, but they're trying hard to rebuild their lives, and we need to help them. If there is one word they use most frequently in their stories, it is family. As I shared in my cards last year, I strongly believe we should strengthen family ties to improve the rehabilitation process for inmates. I'm grateful that SPS is working with Focus on Family Singapore on running programs to strengthen family bonds. The Children's Day event at Tanah Merah Prison last year, where 24 inmates were allowed an open visit, where they could hug and hold their loved ones instead of being separated by a glass panel, was an excellent event. They were also not in their prison uniforms. Can the ministry extend this program to more inmates and conduct more such visits more often? In the words of Focus on Family Singapore, quote, "Humans thrive when we know that we are loved. When inmates connect and are reconciled with their families, there is a lower chance of them reoffending," end of quote. Next, current in-care programs for inmates feature psychological and cognitive-based curriculum and counseling, targeting the thinking and behavioral aspects of inmates. Programs can come across as overly clinical, diagnostic, prescriptive, and featuring lecture-style methods. I hope the ministry will consider featuring more inspirational, experiential, and reflective learning approaches. For example, through mentoring, where community partners or representatives can come in regularly through group or one-on-one mentoring for a period of time. This could complement the true care strategy of the Singapore Prison Service, where the mentoring relationship could carry on into the aftercare stages of the inmate, making societal reintegration more seamless. This also provides a more humanistic approach, targeting the hearts of inmates, creating an authentic and positive relationship of trust.